Yep, I still read comics. And if you're into macabre art and altogether ooky stories, search no further than this weekly look at horror comics. Remember, this isn't a set of reviews, just a list of what you'll find when you hit the shops this week in Comics Horror, May 7th, 2025. Let's check out This Week in Comics Horror, May 7th, 2025. Zenescope consistently puts out solidly written horror on a monthly basis, adorned with covers full of
ass, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
Of course. This week we have a nice pair of titles, and speaking of nice pairs, Grimm Fairy Tales, Alice in Zombieland #1, throws an all-new Alice down the rabbit hole into a wonderland populated by zombified versions of the classic Wonderland story. If it worked for Marvel Zombies, it should work here. Grimm Tales of Terror #5 is from Zenescope, and it's written by Joe Brusha, and it's hosted by the sultry embodiment of death, Curies. And this chapter focuses on the Hat Man, one of the urban legends that inspired A Nightmare on Elm Street. The reasons behind sleep paralysis and shadow people has always been an intriguing concept to me, so I'll definitely be checking this one out. Keenspot sounds like a keen spot to work. I wish their editors would answer my messages. Anyway, this week Keenspot delivers a pair of horrors. Don't Run with Scissors #1. I don't know much about this one, but it's got one awesomely surreal and horrifying cover, and sometimes that's good enough to make me take a chance on it. The Chamberlains #1 is set in Harlem with a pair of vampires returning to their hood to gift troubled youth with the power of vampirism. What could go wrong? In other indie news, small companies continue to be where it's at to find quality horror. From IDW Publishing, Godzilla HEIST #1 has a group of thieves enter Mechagodzilla to steal something, leaving only the king of all monsters to thwart the scheme and, of course, take on Mechagodzilla itself. I'm glad IDW are taking some risks with this property. Mixing kaiju and heist concepts sound fun. Mad Cave Studios offers up Far Down Below #2. It's a story of peril and danger about a building on fire, forcing the group to find escape underground. But they stumble into a labyrinth full of mystery and terror. Sounds high concept, sure, but full of dark possibilities. And I love that cover. Not to be left out, Oni Press has a horror offering this week called Plague House #2. It's written by Michael Conrad. It's about a paranormal investigation in a haunted mansion that goes horribly, horribly wrong. Lookout is not a traditional comic, but I guess anything can be called a comic these days. Dan Baille writes a prose story about a forest ranger assigned to a fire lookout post in the middle of the woods with a haunting set of rules. The whole thing is set to illustrations by the amazing Tim Bradstreet, and this is from Artists, Writers, and Artisans, AWA if you're nasty. Finally, on the indie front, American Mythology delivers a new installment of Return of the Living Dead. This time, James Kuhorik and S.A. Czech unleash the toxic gas on an amusement park, and the zombies go wild. Dark Horse Comics continues to churn out new and potent horror. Los Monstruos #1 lets loose a werewolf private eye into a city full of monsters with terrifying cases to solve. With a vampire police force after him, this Lycan needs all his detective skills and a little luck to solve the case. This monster detective noir is by legendary scribe James Robinson, with art by the awesome Jesus Marino. Let This One Be a Devil #3 is from James Tynion III and Steve Fox. It delves into the fascinating lore behind the Jersey Devil, a cryptid cousin of Bigfoot that has been sighted in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey for ages. This is part of James Tynion III's docuseries True Weird, and this series has been a great read so far. Jump Scare #3 is a mashup between horror and superheroes, as our hero can conjure up powers from any horror movie she can imagine. This one's another one from Colin Bunn. Our Brilliant Ruin Horror at Crane Mansion #2 is written again by Colin Bunn, with art by Christopher Mitten. It's based on the role-playing game of the same name and deals with an ooze from the earth that changes folks into monsters and a sacrifice that needs to be done in order to stop it. Boom always goes the dynamite at Boom Studios, especially for explosive horror. Hello Darkness number 10 is one of the industry's best horror anthologies with top-tier talent. This issue is no exception, with James Tynion, R.L. Stein, Robert Hack, Guinevere Valentine, Francisco Francavilla, Ming Doyle, and Werther Deladera. The Creeping Below number 3 is from Brian Azzarello and Vanessa Del Rey, and it follows a woman's descent into the afterlife filled with all kinds of gods and monsters. In Bloom number 4 tells about a group of people infected by spores and fungus trying to survive in a world overcome by a virus. Yep, it sounds a little like The Last of Us, but you'll have to check out the book to see what the difference is. One of the kings of the industry, Image Comics, offers up more horror than most. This time they have 2 comics coming out. The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 112. It continues to retell the classic Walking Dead series, this time in full bloody color. In this one, it looks like the series villain Negan and Lucille are heading to another batting practice. And finally, over in Farmhand, number 21, it brings back the Rural Horror series for a final arc. This one's by Rob Guillory, with art by Jean-Francois Beaulieu. I know a lot of people love this series about a farm that grows body parts. Well, there you have it. There are 18 horror comics releasing this week. Surely there's something listed here that you'll find worth your precious time and hard-earned money. Let me know which ones of these interest you or disinterest you, or what you expect in horror comics in general. Talk to me down in the comments. Please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're